A decision made after judging the facts that are given, especially when made at the end of a trial. The jury returned an unanimous verdict of not guilty. Voters gave their verdict on the government's economic record last night by voting overwhelmingly for their position. Verdict now, a decision by a jury as to whether someone is guilty after having heard the facts given at a trial. The jury returned a verdict of not guilty after 6 hours of deliberation. A verdict is also any judgment or opinion given after considering the facts of a situation. City planners think it's a good idea to ban traffic from downtown streets, but the public's verdict is that it is a stupid idea. Verdict, an official decision made in a court at the end of a trial. We disagree with this jury's verdict. A verdict of guilty, not guilt. A return of verdict. The jury reached a verdict of not guilty. A verdict against for SAP. Today's verdict for a defense reflects recognition by the jury that the company acted responsibly. A majority unanimous verdict. Someone's opinion or judgment about something. Deliver, give, issue your verdict on a stage. Shares in the wild giant plummeted as investors gave their verdict on the environmental disaster. The voters delivered their verdict on the administration's policies with a resounding defeat of the party. Examples of verdict. On the railroad's motion for a new trial, the trial court reduced the amount of the judgment by $3,000 but refused to set aside the verdict. Whenever a disagreement arose, a third observer designated by consensus by the working group issued the final verdict. Two of the three judges who delivered dissenting verdicts in this contempt case have since been retired for technically legitimate but involuntary reasons. Nowhere, however, did he actually comment upon their legality or illegality, let alone pronouncing a verdict on the very faith of the emperor. How could a guilty verdict be judged a masterpiece? They thus use their review authority to protect individual judges from incurring any responsibility for mistaken verdicts. The decision of each court then amounted to a verdict about the family's history and identity. We showed that juror bias is not necessarily the most important element of a juror's verdict determination calculus. His verdicts are assertions that are made from the perspective of that system. This was manifested in his dichotomous reaction to the verdict. When the jury produces a liability verdict and a damages award, it plays a direct role in the creation of an entitlement. Symmetrical special majority rules are remedy that reflect the defeat, albeit at the cost of rendering no determinate verdict. This issue has come up in a variety of contexts. For example, read the question of possible verdict differences between so-called death qualified and non-death qualified jurors. The mission of the prosecution is to help the court reach the right verdict and not maximize punishment. This is clearly a highly significant issue about which the economic literature at present deliver no very clear verdict. Thank you. Collocations at verdict. These are words often used in combination with verdict. Click on a collaboration to see more examples of it. Directed verdict. The judge's directed verdict says that a reasonable person could not believe that the evidence proved the defendant's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Final verdict. Only then we will be in a position to render final verdict. Jury verdict. To reopen the case would be in effect to reopen a jury verdict. Thank you.